Are you doing, friends? It is your friend here, John Madrid, and
Bella Garcia. Hi, everyone.
Bella Garcia in the background. And I'm dressed up today like an elf, bringing in the Christmas spirit, reminding you guys that we do have an event coming up, Regalos del Corazon, and that's on what, Friday, December 19th, Bella?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I want to try it out. It was a little small, so I got to get an extra large instead of a large. That's okay. Pero también les quiero recordar que este miércoles estamos, pues así hice varios videos y les estoy enseñando las diferentes casas que tenemos listas. Allá abajo hay el número de teléfono 432-201-1105. All right, guys, just reiterating on this walkthrough Wednesday. This morning's been very productive, hadn't it, Bella?
It has.
Yep, went out and shot a live at 146 there at Airline, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. We shot one at the amenity center, showing off the swimming pool, the PO box area, the laundromat, the gym, and then went out to Stonegate, 1320 North Fairgrounds, where we have the Lila, which is a 16 by 76 3-bed, 2-bath. And then I also went to the post office box, which we're going to have a slide on that. Basically, the process to get your PO box when you move into a community, especially great ones like Stonegate and Airline. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, let me see if it makes a difference if we do this. It does. So it doesn't really, though, huh? Either way, I thought it was going to get bigger. It didn't. But either way, we're looking at our current inventory. We do have a few others. We have 2 others we're going to be dropping. That's really not even on this slide, but I want to tell you about them anyways. But let's talk about the first 2. Okay, so the first one is the Lila. It is valued. So we sold it last March for $129. Okay, and right now the data comp on it is 105. Okay, so just to kind of give you some story on that. So we sold it, and then of course, for unfortunate reason, the bank called me and said that it was, basically let go. We bought it back. We didn't have to move it. It's there in Stonegate. It's at 1320 North Fairgrounds, number 216, and it's a 2023. It's a 16 by 76. It's got a metal roof on it. It's 3-bed, 2-bath, around 1,216 square feet. But it doesn't have any carpet on the inside, which is cool. It has a deck in the front and a deck in the back, a 4x4 pressure treated. It's got the smart panel skirting. It's got stainless steel appliances. And we're going to buy a fridge and a stove for the owners who move in. It's got ceramic sinks, steel faucets, nickel plated faucets, like I just talked about. 2x4 construction on the exterior walls and on the interior walls. So it's just a very well-built home located in one of the most popular communities. Again, the data comp, which is the appraisal, is at 85,000. Well, I'm sorry, it's at 105. We have it on sale for 85, so that's $20,000 worth of equity that you're already going to have built into the home. And we've launched our lease to own program, which we keep tweaking things, right? We hear responses back and we're trying to make it better. So I'm about to tell you one of the things that we have changed, Bella, to make it even easier for people to utilize our lease to own program. So as I'm talking, you can flip to the next slide. Okay, so that number 146, I made a typo, not Bella, me. It's a 2010, not a 2016. It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath, 16 by 76 with 2 built-in computer desks already. It also doesn't have any carpet. It's got all of your appliances built in. The data comp or the appraisal on that house is roughly about 90,000. We're selling it at 65, but we're launching our lease to own. So you can go to the next slide so we can show a couple other pictures. And it says the perfect fixer upper. It really only needs about maybe $22,000, $2,500 worth of like some TLC. We're talking about a little bit of paint, a little bit of stuff like that, which we'll even take care of at closing if you end up buying it. But we say that too, just in case you're like an investor or something like that, that you're looking for a property that you can rent out right away or move into right away. Okay. And again, 432-201-1105. So lo estábamos explicando que esta casa es una 2010, es de 3 recámaras, 2 baños y medio y tiene, pues ya está lista para moverse. Necesita un poquito de pintura, unos detallitos, pero vamos a decir máximo $2,000 en materiales y más o menos igual en la mano de obra, pero nosotros te lo cubrimos en cuanto se mueven ahí. All right, guys. So again, reiterating, English and Spanish. So I want to stay on this screen for a little bit. The lease to own program. So here's where we have improved it and made it easier and better to buy. Okay. So let's say, and again, you'll see the link at the very top or you'll see it at the very bottom, depending on how you're viewing this on your cell phone, computer, or laptop or iPad. When you go to lease a mobile home, an apartment, or a house, you fill out a credit application. That's what it is. They run your credit. Number one, to see what your credit looks like, and number two, to make sure you don't have any broken leases on your credit report, because of course nobody wants to rent to somebody who constantly breaks leases. So that process and step is the same. Step number two is they verify your income, check stubs, W-2s, bank statements, verification of employment letters to confirm your, ability to repay. I mean, it's pretty standard, wouldn't you say, Bella?
Yeah, all around the board, right? We follow the exact same procedures as it was if you're running an apartment. So it is an easy and seamless
It's very
process.
seamless, and whenever you rent an apartment or a house or a mobile home, you always have to pay your first month and your last month's rent. And your last month's rent is like a security deposit. It's exactly what it is, except here it is a security deposit, but it's your down payment. And that's your initial down, okay? And then we have a program that we recently just launched. And again, this lease to own program. So these homes, let's say that they pull your credit, but the credit's not where it needs to be exactly, but your job history is good, your income's good, verification's good, all your other documents are good, then we do a 6-month lease. You move in, you pay your first and your month's last rent, but into the house that you're buying, okay? And within that 6 months, you enter our credit optimization program. We're here personally in house. We fix your credit for you. We get you to where you need to be. And every month that you're making that payment, that rent payment, it's actually your down payment. So of the 1,800, about 500 of it is going to be lot rent. So that 1,300 a month that you're paying 1,800, but that 1,300 is being added to your 1,800 for your down payment. So by the time the 6 months or less, because we don't, think that we should need the 6 months, you already, number one, have your credit optimized so you can buy. You'll have your down payment in house. Did you hear what I said, Bella? And I'm not, I'm just quizzing you that 100% of their rent outside of the lot rent is the down payment. So they're not even actually having to save up any additional down, because every month they make a rent payment, they're making a down payment.
Yeah, that's crazy because either way, you're going to pay rent where no matter where else you go, you might as well use that rent payment to go towards something that you're going to be able to own within 6 months.
Or less, right? And the cool part is 100% of that lot rent payment, or that rent payment, is going towards their down. So I mean, a lot of times when people do like lease to own programs, they'll put like 20%, so maybe 200 a month going. No, 1,300 a month of the 1,800 is going to be going towards your down payment, which is ridiculous, because within 6 months or less, just like your credit's going to be optimized, you'll be able to buy. So I don't, do you know anybody else who's doing any kind of program similar to that?
No, not off the top of my head for sure.
We are the first ones, because I've never heard of it. I even Googled it, and there's percentages, but not that high. All right, so let's move to the third. So the third screen that we're going to be going over, because we do sell homes in communities, is I wanted to point out the process of how to go about getting a PO box. Okay, because a lot of times when you're in a community, they won't have a mailbox right in front of your office or right in front of your home. But as you saw in one of the videos that I shot for the amenities, you'll have a PO box station on site where you can go and get your mail right there on location. So step number one is you go to the main, and as far as Midland is concerned, you go to 100 East Wall Street, which is the main post office in Midland. You fill out these forms. We put one in English and in Spanish. You fill out this form and you literally just walk in, you fill it out, but you have to take a copy of your lease, which we will provide to you, of course, as part of the lease to own program. You take it up there with your driver's license, your name will be on there. You fill it out, and then it takes about a week. So you leave it there, and then they call you, because on those forms, you put your information, and it takes about a week. They call you, and you go and you pick up your key. So that's what I did this morning. Is I went, I shot the videos, I went to the PO box, because I'm actually staying in one of the homes that is coming up for lease to own program as well here in the next 30 days or less. As soon as we sell these first two, which they look pretty promising as far as being sold. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to the final screen there. Just to kind of recap on this walkthrough Wednesday, we have two homes, one in Airline, one in Stonegate, at ridiculous prices with lease to own programs where 100% of the rent is going towards your down. Your security deposit's already your down. And I mean, in reality, the probability of you guys getting approved from the get go is high. But if for whatever reason, job history, income, and everything is good, but you just need to get your credit optimized. Move in next here in house will optimize it for you so that within 6 months or less, you'll already be living in your home and you'll already have your down payment covered. And it's just going to be a couple of signatures, boom. And then because you bought it, sorry, your payment decreases. Do you know of any lease, Bella, number one, that they tell you that within 6 months your your rent or your payment's going to go down?
No, I don't. Not.
If anything, every time your lease expires, doesn't it go
Oh,
up?
yeah.
Exactly. So here we're offering again down payment, 100% of your rent outside of the lot rent is going to go towards your down payment. Your security deposit is your part of your down payment, and within 6 months or less you'll own it and your payment's going to go down. And if you're watching this, because this is for all of you renters out there, which I know there's a lot of you that want to move in next for these holidays, like I'm dressed up as an elf today. But the whole point is that within 6 months we do that. But even if you're thinking to yourself, I only want to be here for a year or two, you're getting these houses at such a low price with so much equity. Aren't we brokers, Bella?
Yes.
Didn't we just recently help a customer sell his house to another client of ours?
Oh, yeah.
So if that's the case, then we're here to help you with that as well. So don't make the choice to rent and to continue to pay more when you have move in next year, telling you, hey, do the lease to own program. 100% of your rent outside of the lot rent is going to go towards your down. Your security deposit is part of your down. And in 6 months or less, your payment's going down. I mean, we're talking about down, 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 right?
Yes.
All right. Well, anything else or anything, any little points you'd like to point out?
Not necessarily. I think you covered it all. Like I said, we have our new lease to own program, which makes it more accessible to everyone or anyone who is looking in the market to move in. But yeah, I think that's it from us.
And there's the move in next cups. Okay. But either way, guys, have a good Wednesday. Have a great Thanksgiving. We shot all this content so that you can be reminded over the holidays as you're spending time with your family about letting us help you and your family